So it's a very special moment for us because since we are at Binance event in India, and it's a huge day in India because after a very long time Binance is holding an event in India, and that just shows their commitment. And you can see the kind of people who are here. Almost everybody who's active in the crypto space in India is here. And the best part about this event is that Binance kept it as an open house. For the first time, I saw that an exchange was very transparent in answering all the questions. And literally, we had so many questions coming to them. And when the questions got over, they said, any more questions there? So I think that's the best part about it. An exchange needs to be very open and transparent in what they are doing. And I think that was the best part. Rachel, congratulations. And I'm very happy to see that you kept this open session and you answered so many things. Is that the part of culture at Binance that you need to be very transparent in whatever you're doing and your conduct overall?
Yeah, it's definitely. First of all, thank you so much for attending and joining us tonight, especially on a Saturday of a holiday weekend. We're so grateful. One of the core values and one of the things that attracted me to Binance was transparency in operations and approach. And it's very much part of the philosophy and part of the work style internally. And I think it's something that our industry, really needs to embrace in order to keep inviting the next generation of users in.
Yeah, absolutely. This is your first time in India, so you need to. You need to. No.
I'm
That's
Irish.
okay.
I feel like I should have been here.
But we are literally honored, and you've actually came at the right time because it's kind of the weather is like pretty good.
Yeah.
So how's your feeling coming to India, and why this took you so long to come to India?
Well, the last kind of 48 hours that I've spent on the ground have been extraordinary. New Delhi is such a vibrant city, and the culture, the foods. Yeah. I think I've eaten.
You tried some food?
Yeah, I think I've eaten my weight in butter chicken since I arrived. No, it's extraordinary, and I think the Indian people are very like my culture, Irish, are very open, welcome, and we've had amazing conversations both with the crypto community and the non-crypto community and government stakeholders about what we need to do in order to help this ecosystem thrive, which is a big part of being here. To answer the second part of your question, we wanted to make sure, given we know the future is regulation, and we were waiting for our license approval, and now we're registered with the FIU on the path to that, hopefully once a framework comes in, we felt it was an appropriate time to mark the occasion of the registration. So that's really what this weekend is about starting to really spend more time on the ground, understand what we need to do, not just in New Delhi, but all over this country, because it is, one of the highest penetrations globally of crypto adoption, and an amazingly rich community, both of the long-time OGs and the newbies that are entering the space.
When the senior management sits at Binance headquarters and when they look at India, what do they say about India? I mean, how important is India for the senior management at Binance?
I think India is of critical importance to us. And you were at our Binance blockchain event recently in Dubai, and we use the term momentum to describe that. And I would argue that India is the market with the most momentum at this moment in time. I think with the domestic appetite and the international policy changes that we're seeing, I think that there's so much potential to unlock. I think the other thing that is not discussed enough about India is not just the traders and the trading community, but is the wealth and density of talent in the technology and development space here, which I think in the next decade we'll see India, if the right policies, the right discussions, the right partners come in, and being the leader in the space globally, not just because of size, but because of the true adoption here.
Rachel, are you also trying to increase the dialogue with the regulators and trying to explain them that how to take this industry forward? I mean, and how to make them feel comfortable. So are you coming up with some ideas where you can increase your dialogue with the regulators in India specifically?
Yes. So my co-partner Vishal, who you've met this evening, he runs our regulatory and our regional markets, and he's spending a lot of time on the ground here with the FIU. I'm spending a lot of time virtually and in person to help ensure that we're doing the right advocacy work to help ensure that we are reaching the message is hitting. We have to make it relevant. If we just come in and say you need Binance, that's not going to be relevant. So it's how we build those right dialogues, make them meaningful. And look, this is a marathon, not a sprint. We want to ensure we're entering in and collaborating in the right way. So we have also education to do as Binance.
Also, a couple of last questions. Is Binance an exchange for institutions or retail? What lies at the core?
I joined Binance because I'm a retail marketer. I joined Binance because of the opportunity to reimagine and work to change financial structures. And the financial freedom message is something that we talk about every day on my team, with the leadership team. We are very much for the everyday person, and that's a big part of the reason why we start with the bottom-up and community events. The institutional inflow has just put a spotlight on this industry that I, as a marketeer, and us as media people, are capitalizing on to showcase if they're doing it, then there must be, an opportunity here. So it's more part of the education strategy, but we are very much a business for retail.
So at the core of Binance, it seems that Binance wants to be the super app for retail, and at the core is the retail. Tell me something more about, what are your future plans for India, and in short term and in long term?
Short term, so much. I think we want to do more events, at every scale across the country. We talked about Bangalore tonight, Kerala. I'd love to, do as many of those as we can. We really want to double down on community. So offline as well, we'll be doing a lot of AMAs and seminars. I really want to ensure that we're educating the masses as well. So, we'll look at traditional media, looking at media partnerships. My background, sports and entertainment, that's how I came into this space. My dream would to be in cricket. So, we're speaking to some various stakeholders there. But look, it will be a 360 approach to educating, to engaging, to ensure that we're telling the right stories, and also looking at the right utilities. We have to make it an everyday utility in order for a mainstream adoption. So that's going to be a big part of it.
Can we see in future that Binance sponsoring a cricket team at IPL maybe?
I would love to do that. I spent a lot of the time with IPL leaders in my past, so I'm hoping I can convince them that digital assets is a key part of their future. I think some of them got burnt in the last period, so a part of that is to educate them on how they can engage with us.
Guys, so this was Rachel. Thank you very much, Rachel, and I wish you a very good time in India. Oh yeah, namaste. And thank you very much, Rachel, for joining us. Thank you. All the very best. Thank you.